Okay, I decided to do another mud fossils by using Google Earth and show you some new discoveries I've made, and it might help to find things for you. And I wanted to start off though with some pictures I found on the internet. This is a mud fossil, solid stone, that's in a museum in Canada. It's like one of the clubfoot dinosaurs or club-tailed dinosaurs, but it's turned to solid stone. And it's in a museum up in Canada. If you go on the internet and you type in Canada, dinosaur, and fossil, you'll see this. And it's turned to solid stone, solid rock. Same thing I'm finding on the Earth, but the ones I find on the Earth are a lot bigger than this, of course. But you're seeing it with your own eyes. This thing's made of stone, made of rock. And it's in a museum in Canada. You can go see it. They don't even realize what they have, but that's a mud fossil. But they do exist, and here's one in a museum to show you. We're just finding them a lot bigger on the Earth. There's its eye and the horns, and it's solid stone. Its eye is turned to stone even. So if people, when they tell me, oh, that can't happen, you're full of crap, well, go to Canada and tell them they're full of crap then, because here's one in a museum. Alright, and we'll get started here. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you before I got started on Google Earth was, this is off my mud fossils from ancient days. This is, I want to show you some scarring. The scarring that you'll find on the Earth. See this scarring right here? I call it scarring. Looks like a blistering. I'll show you some more here in a minute. This is what I try to find when I'm using Google Earth. This scarring like this, but only on a bigger scale. And I'll show you some more here. But this scarring like this, it runs across here and along here. You'll see the scarring will run from a single into a double, or from a double into a single. And I'll show you some when I get going on Google Earth. See this scarring? It's all over the planet. And when you find this scarring, you'll know you're on a reptile, like this. Some places will go from double into a single, or from single into a double. I'll show you when we get going here. But this scarring right there, it's all over the planet wherever the reptiles are, and I'll show you. So we'll get going here with Google Earth now. Okay, I'm going to get started here on Google Earth, showing you some stuff I've recently found that has added to the stuff I found before on the other video I did. You've seen the dragon, or the reptiles I got here in Alaska. There's the one right there with the head. Got this other one right here. Its head's in the Yukon. The rest of its shoulder and leg here stretches down into the North America here. If you go off the tail here of this thing and you zoom in on some of this stuff, you'll see how it looks. Look at the detail in this stuff. See that? How it looks just like, I don't know, the side of a alligator or something like that. This stuff, look at that, just like the back. So this stuff's kind of a dead giveaway when you're looking, when you look along the edges. This stuff in here looks like brains and stuff like that. That's not what that is. That's just part of the rest of this big creature. I showed you in the beginning of this video the mud fossil they have there in Canada in a museum that's actually turned to stone, and that's what these are, turned to stone. They all depend on what kind of area they're in as far as fossilization. Roger Spur's dragon in Morocco, it's different than these because of the conditions that it's petrified in. So anyway, I'm going to stick to kind of North America here and South America, showing you the stuff I've recently found that's been quite spectacular, really. These dragons are actually laying everywhere. History's been just discounted. We've listened to these people that have come along and told us that the Earth is formed out of molten rocks and everything, or it was all molten at one time. Well, if it was all molten at one time, how come it doesn't all look like lava? Because lava is molten. How come everything doesn't look the same if it was all molten? It doesn't make any sense right there alone. But history is totally discounted. We haven't listened to any of the history. We throw it away. We just listen to these people, like us, that come along with these ideas, and we believe their ideas. History tells of these dragons and everything on the Earth, and Revelations chapter 12 of the Bible talks about this cosmic war that went on in heaven And the angels fought against the dragons. And so, you know, we're finding this stuff, and it's true, and it's you can find it for yourself. So I'm going to get started here and show you some of the stuff that recently found. Everybody's been watching Roger Spur and what Greg Morrison's found over in Tennessee and the East Coast. He's got the fluting here with the dragon feathers. You can see it right through here. And I discovered something right across from Tennessee. I'm not sure what the name of these mountains are, but right here, across from Greg Morrison's dragons he's found, is another one. Or part of that one. I think it's another one because the head of Greg's is laying right, where's it at? Like right in here somewhere. Right there, I think, or right here, somewhere in here. So this is a different one here, I believe. But look, here's more of that fluting that Roger talks about. See this fluting? See this down in here? It's the exact same thing. This here's another part of the dragon, or a different dragon. And then I'm going to drop on down over in here. I found some stuff over here in California. This is incredible. California's a dragon. I showed you that scarring. I'm going to flip this around here so it makes it a little easier. I showed you that scarring in the first part of the video. Here's some of that scarring I'm talking about that I look for on the earth. See these scars? Just like in the video, first part of the video when I showed these scars going towards the ocean. See these scars right here? If you get down in here, look at these. This is California. California's the dragon. Look at this. I love this stuff. I'm sorry, I get excited too. Yeah, but that's what that is. Boy, they got some exciting stuff going down in here. Look at the scarring. See that? That's what California is right there. Look at this. Look at that scar right there. See those? Look at that. Look at those right there. Those two bumps, two bumps, two bumps, two bumps, two bumps. Look at this. Anyway, that's what's going on. So I'm going to run through some of this stuff that I found. That's what California's got going on, right? It runs right up through here. And I found that fluting right here in California. Right up in here, some of that fluting right in here. And right in here. See this? That's that fluting that Roger's talking about. See those scars? Look at this. Right there, right in here. That's that fluting. This here, and I'm sure it runs up into Oregon. This might be what I'm running up into here where I'm finding stuff. Here's some more of that fluting right in here. See this? It's really heavily timbered along the west coast, so a lot of it's covered with timber. But you can see, topography-wise, it's going to have high and low spots, and that's what the giveaway is. So I'm going to jump on over here and show you some more of that fluting. If you jump down here into Mexico, here's some more. Here's some more of that fluting. There's a dragon laying right here in Mexico. See this fluting? That feathering that Roger's talking about with the other dragons. Look at this stuff. There's that scarring I talk about. That's what this stuff is. There's feathering in there. See that feathering? If you look real close, if you get a Google Earth, you'll see it yourself. Something else I found, if you get in these desert areas and you go down real close, you know, there's cities in here, I think, but if you go down real close, you'll start picking out rocks or big formations, and just look around those formations for scarring, and you'll start picking out things. But here's that fluting I was talking about down here in South or in Mexico, lower part of Mexico. There's more of that fluting right through there. Look at this stuff. But this is what's going on. We got quite a bit going on up here in North America. Just in North America alone. pretty incredible. You've seen Roger talk about Zion, Zion National Park. That's got a lot of really incredible stuff in it too. If you go to type that in and go to Zion National Park and look around in Utah, you'll find a lot of really incredible stuff. But I came over here and I found right here, if I can find, look at this right here. I think this is up in Wyoming, or where are we at right here, borders and places. And Idaho Falls. But that's what's, look at this scarring here. Look at this. Look at all this stuff. And it looks, I mean, it looks like skin. See that? If you get down here, it looks just like skin. And I'm going to show you, I found an eye, and it's in Utah, and a brow, and I believe it's some kind of reptile, and it's in Wilson Arch, Utah. This is something I found, which is pretty cool. Spin this around here for you so you can see it. It's an eye, a brow, and I believe the top crown of the head. Right there. That's an eye. I'm almost positive. See all this? Look at that. See that? I believe that's a pupil itself right there. Out of Wilson Arch, Utah. And if you take a look, you'll see right here, this is what also gave it away. See this scarring? That's almost like on the top jaw on the one in Alaska. And I believe the rest of it's kind of, I'm not sure how it's all petrified here, but I believe this is the top part of the head. And this black is not good. I believe this is part of the skull, the crown of the head right in here. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, because I do believe that is an eye, and that is a brow of the eye, right in here. See that? That's the brow of the eye, and that's the eye itself. If you get on there and take a look, you'll see what I mean. It looks like to me anyway. Okay, so I'm going to get back down around here. Get down in here again. There's so much stuff going on in here that it just, you can go crazy looking at stuff. There's, clear down in here is more of that fluting. See that? Here's more of that fluting. See that scar right there? And here's more of that fluting. Clear down in here. Okay, now if you go to the, here's more of the fluting down here. There's more of it right there. There's more dragon laying through here. See this fluting? Okay. Let me get on down here further. Okay. South America. We've got fluting going on in here. This whole thing is part of one entity. Whatever it is, I'm not sure how big. I know it runs clear up into here. I know that much. But you'll see that fluting there. If you get down into here, you'll see the stuff like I just showed you on the tail of that one in Canada. See that? See those ridges? And if you step over to here, it gets really good. Look at this stuff. There's more of that fluting right in through here. If you get down really low, look at this. Just look like that stuff with that dragon or that lizard or dragon, or that reptile there in a Yukon. See this stuff? There's that scarring. Look at this stuff. This is amazing. Look at this. If you get on there and look yourself and get down close, you'll see it's just fascinating. It's definitely not what they... It's biological. If it's geological, it's biological. So if you get on there and take a look, you'll see there's more of that fluting through here. And then you follow the coastline on down, you'll find more. I found this here. It looked like a snake. I know it might be a little crazy, but it looked like a big reptile to me. There's the head of the snake. And it looks like the whole thing went down the coastline right here like this. I could be wrong. Something to look at though, kind of. I haven't looked at that much. But there's also a dragon laying right here, I know. I know this stuff sounds crazy to me too. But anyway, look at all this fluting in here. This is in South America, look at this. This is just like Greg's stuff he's got there and stuff Roger's got. If you get really down and close on this one in South America, it's just really neat. This is definitely a massive dragon. And you come over here in this stuff, and it gets even better. Look at the scarring in here. There's that scarring I talk about that I found in the ocean. See that? See those ridges? And this stuff is absolutely everywhere. I mean, the world is going to have to wait. This is the truth. This is the way it used to be talked about. And we come along and changed it and said, oh no, it's just a bunch of rocks and molten lava, and we came from nothing and a big bang, and biggest crock of crap I ever heard in my life. This stuff is just incredible. The structure too, if you get down and look in here, Roger found some really cool stuff in all this stuff. I can't remember where some of it's at, but it's not that hard. Just spend some time looking. Look at these structures. I mean, this is just amazing. And then when you get over here, you find this fluting in here. See this? And everybody's, well, yes, it can turn to stone. You just seen it. In Canada, they got one turned to stone, sitting right there in the museum. So anyway, you come on down South America here. I mean, it's just, there's stuff everywhere down here, especially. You can just go crazy finding stuff. So that's what I do. There's more fluting in here, if you can see it. Come on, these higher elevations. We're in at 800 miles right here. And then you can see these darker and lighter patches. And they kind of got a bend to them, like a flowing, whatever it is to it. See, there's more in here. See this? See this fluty stuff? So anyway, I hope that's helpful. This is just some of the stuff I found. Oh, something else I kind of wanted to share here. There's Roger's dragon and his fish. There's something laying right here below Roger's. I'm not sure what it is. I've been trying to figure it out. But I come into these deserts and you'll find these rocky areas and you can come down on them. The sand blows around and it changes. Every time they get a picture that seems like it changes of this stuff. Stuff will be hidden and something else will be showing. But this is like, it makes it almost opaque because this sand and stuff blows around, which is actually fascia or skin that's deteriorated. But if you come down in some of this stuff and just zoom around on it, spend your time, you'll find some outcroppings. You'll find the eyebrows. You'll find in some just incredible structures. And just go crazy out in these deserts finding these little rock outcroppings. And a couple of years when they come back and take more videos, look at this. Look at this stuff. Look at that. Where am I at right here? There's Roger's stuff and I'm right here. So look, everybody zoom into this. Look at this. Now if that ain't a dragon's back or a lizard's back or somebody's back, I'd like to know what it is. See, that's by design. That's incredible. Look at this stuff. And this stuff you can find it all over in these deserts. And so the stuff's just laying below the surface. And they'll come along and take another picture from space pretty soon. It'll change. Look at this stuff. Look at that. I found something the other day. It was like the crown of a dragon or something. I can't remember where it was. A lot of this stuff looks like skin. But anyway, that's a lot of the stuff I've found lately. And I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. I haven't even been into any of this anywhere. I've just been over in South America. And finding some incredible stuff. I don't have the time to share it all now. But see all these scars across this? Right there, see that? There's something going, I mean, there's something laying in here. I don't know what, but if you study stuff long enough, you'll start coming up with ideas. But you're not going crazy. I thought I was too. But a lot of this stuff is just taking time, Look at this stuff. Looks like, look at how rough that is. It looks like the skin of a back of a reptile. Look at this. Wow, it's just incredible. Go down on some of this stuff over in here, and it's just amazing what you can find. Little nuggets here and there. Looks just like skin on the rough skin. Look at that. And that's what that is. And it's somewhat, you can just tell. It gives it away even with the sand or the skin on top of it. See that? Look at that. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. I hope that's helpful for you. Enjoy. Tear it up. Go crazy. You're not going crazy. We are in a mud fossil world. And remember, if it's geology, it's biology. And remember, mudfossil.com, Roger Spur, Mudfossil University, where we're all students and learning. Thank you and have a great evening. Bye-bye now.